there, it's another time with the power circuits. This program is brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. I am Amara Agugoisi. Let's get through today's edition. Government committed to ensuring affordable electricity for Nigerians, says Minister of Power, Engineer Abubakar D. Aliyu. Power sector operators brainstorm on improvement plans at a biannual meeting in Lagos. The power circuit will also bring you a spotlight on the TCN Port Harcourt region, which has taken delivery of scores of transmission equipment, spare parts. The company is also accelerating the completion of 18 transmission projects across over 4 states in the region. The Minister of Power, Engineer Abubakar D. Aliyu, says the federal government is committed to ensuring affordable electricity and increased access for Nigerians. Engineer Aliyu also said this is why the federal government still partly subsidizes the operational electricity tariff.
Electricity supply is a basic utility and is a key factor in the development of every economy. This is why the government makes it a priority and ensures it is affordable to Nigerians. Minister of Power, Engineer Abubakar D. Aliyu, emphasized this during an interactive session with the Senate Committee on Power and heads of various agencies in the power sector at the National Assembly.
Information dissemination and sensitization is very, very important, more especially at the interface of the DISCO and the community, the populace, the Nigerians. They need to know what it means to have this bulb lit up. It's not only this thing that they are seeing. This goes beyond this. It has to go back up to the gas company. Since our generation is 80% gas, gas marketers have to get their money from the generators. Generators have to get their money from Embed. Embed has to get, TCN has to get from the DISCOs. And DISCOs are the direct interface, they have direct interface to the customers. So customer sensitization is very, very important.
The minister said while the government is doing much to make electricity affordable and available for Nigerians, there are reports of consumers and critical agencies of government that default in payment of bills.
Let us all work together with the customers, and if there is any leakage somewhere, we will identify it. And energy theft, neighborhood, your neighbor may be doing something that will affect you. And if you don't report, that his action may affect you ultimately. So the whole area may be termed as doing something. So these are things that we all need to work together and ensure that we do the needful.
The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, stated that the spate of defaults led to the recent disconnection of some distribution companies, DISCOs, from the national grid. He, however, confirmed that the affected DISCOs have been temporarily reconnected and given a 60-day grace period to remedy their defaults.
These DISCOs, they defaulted and we disconnect them. So actually this is what happened. In the sector we have what we call the market rules, and everybody is supposed to follow those market rules. And all the time when these market rules are renewed by NAC, there is always that clause that DISCOs must pay 100% of their invoices. But this is not happening. We have followed the whole process. There were publications in the newspapers, and the DISCOs were aware.
In wrapping up the session, the chairman, Senate Committee on Power, Senator Gabriel Suswam, called for synergy among the market participants to sustain the electricity market.
That all of us are concerned. If TCN is not functioning properly, we'll have a lot of problems. And for them to function properly, they need money. And this money comes from the market. And so we Nigerians are just concerned. And like the minister said, MD, sensitization and letting people know fully is very important.
Corroborating the view of TCN, the chairman, Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission, NEC, Engineer Sanusi Garuba, noted that the market rules stipulates full compliance from all the market participants.
Yeah. Okay. I think we don't even need the market rules to justify a disconnection. Discos are required to pay for energy they take from GENCOs. And where you don't pay, the entity or the licensee supplying you with the energy has a right to say, I'm not going to continue supplying you. So the license terms and conditions of DISCO provide that they pay for the energy they offtake. And this is underpinned by the market rule, the process of what happens. And the market rules is administered by the market operator. So this issue of a DISCO not paying is also the reason why NERC has been working on ensuring that DISCOs take responsibility for buying energy and capacity. Because the tradition so far has been that they buy from the single buyer, the bulk trader, and they fail to pay. So there must be a point where this bleeding has to stop.
The power circuit continues shortly. Please stay with us. Power sector operators comprising those in the generation, transmission and distribution segments of the value chain have brainstormed on electricity supply improvement plans. This was at the biannual meeting of the operators in Lagos.
The power sector operators meeting is held twice a year to enable the participants to have a periodic review of the electricity supply activities with a resolve to further improve the indices. In his opening remarks, Engineer Biliaminu Ishola, who is the Acting General Manager, National Control Center of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, said the meeting was timely for the power sector.
My dear colleagues, we are here again to look at what we have discussed the last 6 months and to propose what we want to do in the next 6 months. We need to, besides, make sure that what we are proposing is within the range of the actual. We don't need to propose something that's fake or something that is not practicable. We should understand our own system and we should do the need for our own system. We don't have any other bid than this bid. We need to do the best for this bid.
Engineer Ishola charged the participants on providing resolutions that are practicable and implementable.
I want us to put all our best to make sure our proposal is within the range, to make sure we put all our efforts to make sure that it's something that's practicable, it's something that we can operate upon, so that at the end of the day, when we are coming back in the next another 6 months, we will realize that our proposal is within the range of the actual integrity. My dear colleagues, we'll be here today, tomorrow. Let's do the best for this country. We don't have any other country than this country. And there's a strong hope this country will be better. And this country, the betterment of this country depends on me and you. Nobody can do these things for us than us. Nigeria problem is within Nigeria, it's not from outside. We should do our needful and make the government be proud of us.
The Managing Director CEO of Egbin Power Plant, Engineer Mokhtar Borno, noted that the power generation company was delighted to host the edition of the biannual operators meeting as it remains a systemic platform to promote the power sector development.
The message is to say we are all in together. Okay? Everywhere we call it an electrical system. The system is formed by different parties. Okay? But we can only say that the system is working if all parties are working. And this is exactly, the transport, the distribution, the power generation system. We are all in together as one team, as a family.
Also speaking, the Assistant General Manager System Operations at the corporate headquarters of TCN, Engineer Tony Okomado, lauded Egbin management for hosting the meeting.
On behalf of this honorable table here, and of course on behalf of every one of you, representatives of the GENCOs, the DISCOs, and the other agencies and the parastatals of government are here present and have a stake in today's gathering. I would like to convey the appreciation of this conference to the management of Egbin Power PLC for graciously accepting during our last meeting to host this gathering here today, and for all the measures and steps that have been put in place that we can all see to make sure that we are comfortable here during the duration of this gathering.
After the opening session, the participants reviewed the resolutions held during the last biannual meeting, which took place in the later part of 2022 before proceeding with the discourse on the contemporary issues. Also speaking during the session, which is the main business of the day, the Executive Director Transmission Service Provider at TCN, Engineer Victor Adeomi, represented by the General Manager Transmission, Engineer Ajiboye Oluwagbenga, said some of the issues discussed during the previous meeting were resolved, while the rest will be resolved during the meeting.
Some of them have been attended to, but few of them were still raised this afternoon. Please, you will permit me to go through it one after the other. The previous conference submitted
was followed up with an interactive session with Engineer Oluwagbenga responding where necessary.
Watch out for more informative reports as the Power Circuit brings you a spotlight on the Port Harcourt transmission region right after this break.
$6.5 there.
Guys, I have a business that can change our lives.
Business?
Business that can change our lives.
Guys, if money is involved, take it. But you don't know the kind of business.
Business is business.
Okay, my guy. That's you.
Real money And there's a big market for it.
Wait, is it vandalism that you have brought me here to do?
Yes!
Something that can take me to jail. Something that can destroy our economy and spoil what the government wants to achieve.
Real money.
I can't. See this man. I can't.
Even you.
Shut up your mouth. I will never go to jail. Vandalism. God forbid. God forbid.
Look at the people I want to help. I beg you. Please, Oga, I beg you. I beg you. This is the handwork of the devil. Please.
Be part of our economic growth. Do not destroy electricity power installations. Do not destroy government effort to provide electricity for all. Report any suspicious person found stealing or loitering around power installations to any security operatives close to you or to the nearest transmission company of Nigeria office.
This message is brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, transmitting electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, has received some transmission equipment and spare parts at its Port Harcourt Regional Office in Rivers State. The spares are for the prompt replacement of faulty parts and for maintenance in TCN substations within the region covering over 4 states. TCN is also accelerating the delivery of 18 power transmission projects in the Port Harcourt region.
According to a statement from the General Manager Public Affairs at TCN, Ndidi Mba, the spare parts comprise circuit breakers, isolators, batteries, battery chargers, relays, lightning arresters, among others. These provide maintenance equipment for TCN engineers to respond rapidly to the need to change parts due to faults in order to ensure minimal equipment downtime and enhance bulk power delivery in the substations within the region. The power equipment delivery follows the massive project implementation drive in the region, which is in line with the ongoing execution of the Nigerian Electricity Grid Maintenance Expansion and Rehabilitation Program, NEGMEP, of the present management of TCN. The Power Circuit analyzed some of the completed, ongoing and proposed projects in the Port Harcourt region. These projects are boosts to bulk power delivery in Rivers, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, Bayelsa, parts of Abia and Imo states. There are 5 transmission projects that have been completed by TCN. The first is the reclamation of the right-of-way between Tower 8 and Tower 9 and the replacement of stolen counterpoise cables along the Onitsha-Aloji 330 kV single circuit transmission line. The next is the construction of a new 330 kV control building in Afam 5 power plant in Rivers State. TCN has also constructed a store complex at the Owerri Works Center for ease in delivery of more spare parts and power transmission equipment. The company also successfully executed mechanized line tracing maintenance on the Aloji Umuahia 132 kV double circuit transmission line covering a span of 172 transmission towers. The 5th successfully delivered activity of TCN is the execution of mechanized line tracing and maintenance on its 132 kV transmission line covering 27 towers along the Afam power plant. TCN is currently executing 10 projects within the Port Harcourt transmission region. These include the construction of the 132 kV UGEP substation with 2 units of 60 MVA power transformers in Cross River. The company is upgrading the 132 kV E2 substation in Akwa Ibom. TCN is rehabilitating and upgrading the switchyard of the 132 kV Port Harcourt main substation. It is also expanding the switchyard of the 33 kV section of the substation with 3 outgoing feeders, as well as installing a 100 MVA power transformer to serve the 132 33 kV section of the substation. The rest of the ongoing projects include the building of 132 kV control room at the Port Harcourt Town Transmission Substation, construction of 2 units of 60 MVA power transformers at the 132 33 kV substation at Oron in Akwa Ibom, and the construction of 2 units of 30/40 MVA power transformer 132 33 kV transmission substation at Idideb, still in Akwa Ibom State. With 5 projects completed and 10 others in advanced completion phases, the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, is stopping at nothing to implement its transmission expansion drive. In line with this, TCN has proposed 3 other critical projects to be delivered within the Port Harcourt region. The installation of 60 MVA power transformer at the 132 33 kV Rumosi substation in Rivers, the construction of a 132 33 kV transmission substation at Yenegua, Bayelsa State, and the installation of a 60 MVA power transformer with 4 feeders at the Elelewon substation in Rivers.
With the full implementation and realization of these 18 projects, along with other routine upgrades, TCN has attested to be fully committed to expanding the national grid through projects in TCN's Port Harcourt region. It is noteworthy that various power transmission projects are also at various stages of completion at the 9 other regions of TCN covering the entire country. That's it for this edition. We urge you to always keep a date with us. Don't forget that we served you top reports today. Here are the headlines again. Government committed to ensuring affordable electricity for Nigerians, says Minister of Power, Engineer Abubakar D. Aliyu. Power sector operators brainstorm on improvement plans at Bayano meeting in Lagos. The spotlight was on the TCN Port Harcourt region, which just took delivery of scores of transmission equipment, spare parts, as the company accelerates 18 transmission projects across over 4 states. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, would love to have your views, comments and responses on the TCN YouTube channel, TCN_Nigeria. If you're on Facebook, you can connect with Transmission Company of Nigeria. Are you on Twitter? Then it is at TCN_Nigeria. TCN is on Instagram, TCN_Nigeria. You can also reach out by email message via affairs.public@tcn.org.ng. The TCN website, tcn.org.ng, is also handy to provide more information on the company's operations. Together, we can help TCN transmit electricity in the most efficient and effective manner. I am Amara Agogoisi. Have a good time.